Well, hello there, and welcome to my weekly energy theme for the week beginning the 10th of May, 2021. Can you believe we're in May already? Where has that gone? If you don't know who I am, my name's Karen Turpin from karenturpin.com, and I do these weekly energy themes or energy readings or energy forecasts, whatever you like to call them. So this week, in kind of considering where I feel the energy is moving, and this is, at a micro and macro, a personal, a planetary level as well, where I feel we're moving is that, you know, um, we've been through so much over the last year and a bit, but through eons of time, hundreds of years of time, thousands actually. And I sometimes talk about the ascension cycles. And so this most recent one of 26,500 a year cycle of ascension, really it brings us to this point, but because I've talked about, the awakening of mass consciousness and how we've shifted into a new timeline, a new era, etc., all of this stuff I've talked before. We're in the age of Aquarius now. Finally, they've been singing about it since the 60s, was that 70s, sometime around there. This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. Well, we're actually here finally. And so I began to kind of feel into that, and I thought, you know what, people at spiritual masters and coaches have been saying to us for years, you have everything you need right inside of you. You have all the answers inside of you. And I've been on the receiving end of that sometimes, and I thought, sure, I have all the answers inside of me, but where the frick are they? I can't find them, right? I sit in meditation and I'm not coming up with my answers. Someone help me, please. And we've been talking in spiritual and new age groups for years about, someone coming to save us. And some people even believe that ETs are coming to save us. And, that's where you go into the whole Scientology and all of this stuff, where they believe, someone's going to come and save us. And goodness knows, do they believe we're going to jump in a spaceship and go somewhere? I don't know. However, don't know what they believe, but what I believe, what I feel is more relevant and more practical for us here, because I'm as woo as they come, but I'm also very grounded and practical, and that's why I can actually create and manifest things, because you've got to be grounded in order to do that. So what I feel is we do have everything inside of us. It is all in there. It's written literally in our DNA, in our cellular memory. Sometimes we do Akashic journeys to find information. We do past life. I do past life hypnotherapy with people. And sometimes we go back into these other lives that we have had on this planet or others, and we bring through that information. But the point is, it's written inside of us. It's in our subconscious mind, in our soul. It's in the cellular memory of the body. It's in the DNA. And this is why it's so important to look after our DNA. Don't do anything that will break down and destruct that DNA, because that is your direct connection with source light, with consciousness. When that link is broken, I don't know, you're kind of stuffed, basically. That's how I view it. So we have everything we need right inside of us. Believe that. If you're stuck on a problem, if you can't find an answer to a problem, yes, you can go to a psychic who may or may not be accurate. You can go to a coach who hopefully will help you to find that answer from within you. Or you can sit in meditation. You can find this information in your dream state too. And the most important thing is the questions that you ask. So getting really clear with the question means that then, your consciousness can bring to you the answer. But believe me when I say you do have all the answers inside of you. And what we can do to help is, just maneuver and angle those questions a little bit so that you get the treasure, the information out that you need. So knowing that we have everything inside of us already, when I work with people and do these quantum visioning exercises, what we're doing is we're looking at a potential in the field, and there are unlimited potentials. So just because we see one doesn't mean that's the only path. We can, angle things and go on different pathways if we choose to, because we really are unlimited. But the point is, even if you've done a quantum visioning session with me or not, is immaterial. The point is, if you have a vision, if you have a dream, if you've had a flash of inspiration about what you could do, how you could live, who you could be, who you could become, if you've had that vision, then it is possible for you. And everything you need to create that is inside of you. That's number one. Now, the second thing is, when we get one of these visions of our highest potential, for example, it's very, very exciting. Have you ever had that? Where you go, wow, that's amazing, I could do that. And you can almost feel it come through the body. And it's very exciting and very inspirational. And I think that this is where we then need to balance the spiritual with the mental, because I know a lot of people kind of get swept away on the vision, on the spiritual aspect of it. And they don't want to come down into the practicalities of it, the mental part of, okay, how do we get this shit done, right? So we've had this beautiful vision, and then when it comes to the action steps to make it work is when we all kind of fade a little bit and we don't know what to do. Now, I am a master at getting stuck in the how. How do I do this? How do I do that? How do I make that work? What I've learned is that there are people that can help me with that. And that is, that's their zone of excellence. They are brilliant at what they do. So when we come to this part where we don't know the how, there will be someone that can help us with the how. The point is, we have to again ask the question, who is the right person to help me with this? Who can I work with that gets my vision, that can help me get to the next level, or that can help me work out this perceived problem? So that's the balancing of the spiritual inspirational vision with the use of our mental faculties, and that balancing of that, which in a sense is bringing the inspirational, the spiritual vision that we might see in the quantum field, and then bringing it down into the physical so that it can actually be made manifest as a physical reality in this world. Now, when you think of it, everything around you that you're looking at now, my desk, and I've got a light, and I've got the picture on the wall, and the sofa over there where my dog is snoring, and things like that. Everything that we have around us was first created as a vision in someone, the vision of the creator of that item. So then he or she saw the vision, and then they took the action steps to make it physical. And then here it is. We go to the shop and buy it. So that's what we have to do. We have to see the vision. We have to bring it into this physical reality and literally manifest it in the physical. And we do this for everything, whether it's items that we're creating, if we're an artist, or even in terms of, a course, or a way in which you can help others, entrepreneurial or I can't say that word, philanthropic endeavors. Okay. Whatever it is that you see, whether it's to help one person or a whole community or the whole world, whatever it is, you see it in the physical, then you take the action steps, you manifest it so that it becomes here, and then we can all benefit from your gift, what you've brought through. So in order to make that happen, we have to sow the seeds. You've heard me talk probably a few months ago now, I was talking about the importance of foundations. Maybe I even mentioned that last week, because it's been around. I feel as if it's been around all this week, all this year, talking about getting the foundations done, because the taller a building is and the bigger a building is, the deeper and the more solid those foundations need to be. And that's true for all of us everywhere. So we often get stuck in the procrastination. We don't know the action steps But, as I've said, there are people that can help us with that. The most important thing is that we start laying those seeds, planting the seeds. Now, if you're into the moon stuff, which I'm not particularly, I do happen to know we've got a new moon, I don't know, a couple of days ago. So perfect time for planting seeds, watching them grow, all of that stuff. As I say, I don't do the moony stuff much, but people like it. So the point is, reach out and get support. Now, even if you're the type that literally, taking me literally, I'm going to plant my veggie seeds in the earth at this time because there's a new moon, it's going to grow. Look at the earth, right? Even the earth that you're planting your seeds in needs to be conditioned to get the best growth. You're going to put fertilizer on it or composting or whatever it is that you do with your earth that you're going to put your beautiful seeds in. That applies to us as well. We need to do the work on ourselves. So for me, that work is always to do with meditation because I get my inspiration from, the greater consciousness. So for me, if I'm out of balance and I'm not meditating, my life goes to shit. I've got to be honest and say that. I can't think clearly. I get my knickers in a twist and, I feel a bit grungy and I kind of feel a little bit flat and depressed and all of that stuff, which I'm sure you felt as well at times. But for me, when I feel that way, I can always link it back to the fact that I got off of my regular meditation practice. I can cope like 2 or 3 days of not meditating, but when it gets more than that, yeah, everything starts to fall apart from me. It's not a pretty sight. So for me, meditation is a must. I also walk every day with my dog anyway, but then I like to come back and I like to stretch and then I like to go into my meditation because that is my routine that works for me. Now, I don't want to get completely hung up on it must be this way at this time. But the point is, it works for me. So I want to do that. And I want to eat good, clean, healthy food because it makes me feel better. And so all of these things that we do for ourselves because that feels good for us, that is like, conditioning the soil before you put the seeds in. So really, really important to do that. And that's also about self-love and self-care and self-nurturing, what it is that makes you feel good. So if you looked at my Instagram yesterday, my Instagram stories, I put a little picture up because I was at the car wash because I love getting in a beautiful clean car when someone's done that for me. And to me, that's one of the things that makes me feel really, really abundant. It's a simple thing. It cost me like $65 yesterday to get this guy. Actually, it was a guy and a girl, and they cleaned my car. And I got in, and I felt so abundant, and I felt like a queen. Well, I don't know if I'm into the queen stuff, but I felt good. Let's put it that way. Now, to me, that's beautiful, and I kind of love myself more, and I've looked after myself just because my car was clean. So someone else might say, that's pretty crap. But to me, I love it. So the point is that I'm trying to make, pick out the things that make you feel abundant, that make you feel, I don't know, just that you really love yourself and that you appreciate yourself, and put some of those things into your day or your week or your month, whatever that is. If it's a massage for you, if it's getting your nails done, your hair, whatever it is that kind of floats your boat, that makes you feel loved, makes you feel special. Put those things in, okay? And love yourself and appreciate yourself. Now, then when you're thinking you've got this beautiful inspirational vision of what you are here to do, what is your bit to give, then you want to bring it down into the physical. As I've said, you want to get your practices in place to make you feel the best, like the conditioning of the soil, and then start writing out what it is exactly that you want to achieve. What is your goal? Now, first off, please don't go down the road of, oh, it's just little old me, I could never do that. Trust me, if the divine has given you a vision, it's because you have everything you need inside of you to make that thing work. Don't compare yourself to other people. There will always be someone that's done something kind of similar. There's no new idea, really, is there? Maybe there's a few, but anyway, um, just get on with it and do it your way with your unique energetic signature, because there will be people that want to work with you that don't want to work with the other guy that's doing almost the same thing. So trust that you have everything inside of you, your unique energy coding, energy patterning, whatever it is that you want to, label that as, depending how woo you want to go. But the point is, it's your unique energetic signature that attracts your perfect people to you, whether that is your soulmate partner in a love relationship, whether it's, the clients that come to you, whether it's the right business partnership that you need to get this thing flying really high, whatever it is, there's something about you, your unique magnetism, that will attract all the goodness in. And so let's, go into this week on a note of positivity, optimism, and hope. Because when we look around, the planet at the moment, you could really go down into the dumps of all of that stuff if you want to, focusing on the negative. But I personally feel that when we put a whole load of energy into the negative stuff, we're going to attract more of that. There's a part in the brain called the reticular activating system, and that basically says that wherever we focus our attention on, our mind looks for more and more of that as kind of confirmation that, yes, this thing really exists. So if you look at the dark stuff, you're going to see more and more and more dark. Do you want to live there? You might, I don't. So I choose to look at the positive stuff. There are some, occasionally you see it on TV, some people doing absolutely amazing and phenomenal things. There are new inventions. There are people really making a positive change and difference in the world. What a pity we don't see that on the news every day, because could you imagine how different everybody's lives would be if we didn't have to look at the manipulated death rates? Imagine if we could look at some of the inspirational stories that are around the world, people doing good things. Now, I also think that we need money to do those good things. So I'm way open to having the money conversation with you too. It's nothing to do with the root of all evil and all of that shit. The point is, when you got a little bit of money around you, you can actually do great things in the world. So let's stop repelling the money. Let's just say, you know what, money, well, it's true. Money is just energy. So bring that energy to me so that I can get these amazing ideas that I've seen in my vision up and off the ground so that I can make a difference in the world as well. Because believe me, if you're here, and you are, I presume, because you're listening, if you are here, it's because you're meant to be here. You have a gift to share with the world. There is something special about you. And let's work together and let's develop that, because that would be pretty beautiful to see. So I hope you have enjoyed my little inspirational thought for this week, this theme. Please put some comments down below about your big vision, about what you want to get off the ground and how you see yourself making a difference in the world. Or if you need any help, to get some, if you're feeling less than, or if you've got some imposter syndrome or some fear about taking your idea out into the world, let's talk about those. Are energy blocks. So let's talk about those. Let's get them cleared up, because believe me, you're here for a reason and the world needs you. And I would love to see you out there being amazingly successful too. So keep in touch with me. You'll find me on Facebook and Instagram, Karen Turpin Spiritual Coach. Come and join my Facebook group, Source Light Connection. We can chat a little bit more in there. I'm on YouTube, I'm on BitChute, and my website, of course, karenturpin.com. So stay in touch with me and let's work together to make this a great world and a really positive future that we can head into. We can all do that, absolutely, I believe. So thank you for listening, and I will wish you all a great week, and I will be here same time, same place next week on Monday. Have a great one. Bye for now.